Hi guys, my name is Ruth and welcome back to Adventures with Christ. We're back again with another edition of Faith Filled Friday, and I am so honored and humbled to have an amazing woman of God. She was the Sawyer Awards sports personality of the year 2018. What guys? And she's the wheelchair tennis national coordinator. Her CV is longer, but I'm going to allow you, Jane, to introduce yourself. Karibu sana to Adventures with Christ. So say hi to the guys and just introduce yourself.
Hi people, my name is Jane Ndenga. I'm a professional wheelchair tennis player, and currently I'm the wheelchair national coordinator at, I represent Africa. That's the biggest. I represent Africa at the International Tennis Federation and the Wheelchair Council. What else? I'm the top seed and ranked 94 in the world.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, people, we thank God even for this opportunity to have you here. And Jane, when people hear that, the topic of today is behind the journey. You know, most of us see you here, we see that award and we say, wow, so yeah, personality, sports personality of the year.
Yeah.
We think it was easy to get where you are, but we don't know the journey behind. So that's what we're going to talk about today, just to encourage people, and there's a journey that someone goes to. Just take us through. Here you are, Jane, the wheelchair tennis national coordinator. But did it begin there?
No.
Just take us through, Kidogo.
Okay, thank you, Ruth, so much.
Yeah.
I'm so humbled to be in your show. The journey was not that easy. Like I just woke up and I just started doing sports. No, I finished school, and which was not even easy. Let me just say, because the schools that I went to, okay, I thank God that I went to inclusive schools, where able-bodied, if I can say it's that, which helped me so much to know how to interact with people. And then after finishing school, you know the way you are with people and they see you differently in school. And then I didn't give up. I just say, okay, God, now this is. By then I didn't know God anyway. So the journey was not easy, but coming from I was in Sharks. I grew up partially. I grew up in Nairobi. Another side I grew in Sharks because Dad retired. So we started the journey of Dad retirement and the family issues. So I stayed in Sharks, then suddenly I had an opportunity to come to Nairobi, which I thank God for. And there I got saved in Form 4. Yes, I got saved in Form 4. And getting saved in Form 4, it was not an easy thing that I can say that it just happened. Disability, I can tell you, I'm a woman with disability, which I'm very, very proud to tell you guys. It's a journey in itself, but I can't tell you that I can even wish my worst enemy to be a disabled person. Allow me to use disabled because that's the word that people know, but constitutionally, disabled is the wrong word. Let me use a challenged person. So to correct myself. So being a person with disability hasn't been easy, and I can tell you for real. But then, it was not easy then, before I got saved. So when I got saved in Form 4, I started the journey, but I didn't know why am I getting saved. So the journey went smoothly, but with hurdles. I used to get sick. You know, the disability comes with its own issues. So the depression, the headache, that's why even I got the severe, how do you call it, migraines. And then going to school, coming back, it was not easy because of the challenges that come with disability. Let me just summarize it. And then it wasn't easy till I came to Nairobi 95. So that's when another journey began. So I came, knowing that you go to college, you go to do this, but it never happened. So I just went back to God and I said, God, if I got saved, yes, and where are the fruits of salvation? You know the way you ask God, yes, this is me now, and I got saved. What is this salvation? Now I started digging deep. How is this salvation? What do I do to be serious with God and then start seeing God's fruits? Okay, God, now what? Now, thank God I came to a family, my aunt's house. It's a place where there's salvation. Now that is where you're saved, and you live with people who knows God, and they nurture you, they walk with you, they counsel you, you pray, you read the Bible. You know, the way you never used to read the Bible, but now you come to a way by 7:30 people are praying. Yes. Now you're like, okay, now this is a serious home where everything changed. Yes. Everything changed. There I used to live, now changed. Like you can't eat without praying, you can't go to bed without praying. 7:30 you're in the house. So the rules changed, and for the best, and for the better. But again, never like I just picked, everything stopped. I started to deal with society in itself. Now when you want to go out, now you're like, okay, how are people seeing you? You know, the way society, they know how to judge you, they know how to look at you. But then I can tell you, Ruth, personal stability is, okay, if you don't have God, you can never get it easier out there. Because you will be concentrating on how people are seeing me, on how am I, why me? And then you ask God so many questions. But the moment now this is the journey now the turning point where I can tell you now, after praying the family of prayers, now digging deep and starting to just reflecting on my life and knowing where I've come from. I didn't just come to just sit, and I'm thinking of back where I've come from here. How have I left those people? So I now have to come, and not that I come from a family where we are medium, not poor, not rich, but we are there. But now again, you're starting thinking, how are my siblings? How are they doing? How are things? Not that I just come, I just want to sit and relax and enjoy the situation that I'm here. So from there, I started with knowing who God is. Not thinking of I need a job, I need to go to college with anything. So I started thinking, now, what do I need in life? Where is this life taking me, and what are the purpose God created me for? So there is when now I can say I can tell you I'm proudly person to be in this home, because it's really changed everything. Despite me being in this house for 10 years without a job, there's positivity that I always say. God needed me to be here to open other doors. Like for instance, many will complain like, I was in the house, I was just doing a house chores, I was just doing things, and others are doing things. But again, when you sit down, when I sit down, I'm always thanking God, saying, okay, God needed me to come out of my place, church, to be here, to just see or show other people His greatness, on how He can, the stones that they rejected, the stones that were rejected, He can use to shame their wives. So as I came, now, Ruth, there's nothing you're doing, like, house chores and praying, two things.
The whole day,
good 10 years praying, and also you pray, and just through that journey, I learned how to pray, and I always tell you this. I learned how to pray, to fast, and the prayer I do that praying, 21-day fasting. I thank God for that. Where every year I just say, God, as I start my year, I need to be inviting this year. I'll not just walk within this year, just sitting and just saying, we have started this year. No. I started with you praying, because there's nothing I'm doing. So why can't I just dedicate these days to God, because He's the one that I know, and He's the one who's providing everything that I have. So even then, having even shoes on my feet, I was like, oh, thank you. Having clothes, I'm like, oh, thank you. Food and that, because I have shelter already. So just thanking God, thank you for the shelter, thank you for the food, thank you for everything. Now let me just, I have this, let me just know who you are. And let me just know your purpose in my life, and let me just give you my heart and everything. Let me not think of anything, and pray for my family, so God just take care of them. So I just kept quiet and said, okay, now fasting, now it worked well. I can start a year, 21 fasting, and then through other weeks, I can say even Wednesday I'm praying, and it still continue. So through it, and then through St. Chrysostom Church, I started going to Mugora Church, where I got a family of prayer, faithful people, stood with us, as my aunt was a reverend, sorry for her, so may her soul rest in peace, encouraged me a lot about the word, and working closely with me, encouraging me never to give up in life. And I just found myself being so strong in the Lord because I was working closely with her.
Yeah.
Everywhere we are going, visiting, meetings, we are together. And then a time came where by now she took me to college, customer care, which everyone knows, like, okay, we have also believe a person's ability, and that's the mentality that is out there. That a person's ability, the only thing that they know is sit at the desk. And then through that prayer, I used to tell God, you know, the way you can be in the house and then you're like, God, I'm praying, you know, when you're praying, I tell you, God, I don't want to be this again. I just want to travel out there. That's a prayer for like 10 years. I don't want, it's enough. I've stayed in the house for long. That is a prayer every day, like, I don't want to be in the house, God. If you can just take me out there, just do it.
Yeah.
I did it. And then, now I can tell you, I started doing volunteering works at Oxfam, Great Britain, just doing violence against women. And I never knew that maybe it can open other doors anywhere. Just volunteering, doing with them, going, and then the spirit of tithing, the way you read the word and then you tithe came. And then Pastor Steve, again, our church, said you can start tithing, and that teaching, I picked it. The spirit of obedience. Jane, obedient. Let me try this.
Wow.
Then I'm in sports now. Let me tell you how I joined sports.
Yes. After these 10 years.
All these 10 years.
Just
all the
seated at home.
years, yes.
No job.
No job.
Wow.
Then through the volunteering, I went to KCC. We had another volunteering task there. So like a workshop, then I met a lady called Berina Kumicha. She's a person's ability. And I never knew this sports for person with disabilities. Trust me. Because it's me in this house, I don't see any person with disability. I don't even see, by then I don't even watch TV sports. I've never even seen them. So when she told me, she just saw me and she's like, you have good body texture. What are you doing? Come to your stadium, we play basketball. I'm like, what? Play basketball? How? How will I play basketball? Then I just told her, when do you guys train? Because you know now, this is now I'm waiting for God to open, just for any open opportunity. I'm asking God, you know, through the prayers you're praying, you're waking up, you're telling God, just open any door. That you know, now I was not just praying. Trust me, when you're in a desperate time, you don't just pray. And when you're praying, be very careful what you're praying for.
True.
So I used to just tell God, open the door, and that door, it has to be a door that will not make me sit in the house again. That's a prayer. And make it when it's a real thing, just make me have peace with it. And let me know it's you that wants me to be there. It was a serious prayer. So the moment she talked to me, and then I said, okay, when and when? She said Tuesday and Thursday, 2008. Then I said, okay, you train where in your stadium. Then I said, okay, these days I normally go for another circle. And then I started, okay, the spirit of saving also was in me. Like, people say, okay, let me use this word in good word. Like, Kikuido anapenda pesa. You pesa tukirusha chini, you just pick it. Hata ukwe Twitch tribe. You can't leave that 20 bob, you 10 bob, you pick it. So I just said, let me join other groups that are saving. Hata kama ni 20 bob, I'll always save. Hata kama it's what? I learned that from sitting in the house, just join groups for person's ability. If they are there, just join. I joined. So I went in our stadium Tuesday. I joined the group. I started training. I sat on that wheelchair for the first time. And the coach just saw me and he started training me, like running. I'm like, this is fun. This is fun. I enjoyed for the first time. So since 2008, the moment I entered your stadium and sat on that wheelchair, I've never, I didn't turn back. I just came back home. I told them every Tuesdays and Thursdays I'll be training at your stadium. Then they're like, what are you going to train? I said it and everyone was like, okay, what is it? And they didn't believe it. This is God. You will just open their eyes one day and they'll see it. So even if they complain, even if I explain, no one will understand. Because it's not something easy. Again, you can't bring someone. Someone can't just believe that you can do something or play sports.
True.
So 2008, I started with wheelchair basketball. I trained. And it was something that you sacrifice a lot, but you don't see the profit. Then I'm like, okay, God, am I in the right place?
Yes.
As much as I needed this. Then again, I started praying, and then they introduced sitting volleyball. I joined. I joined. Now that my week was getting full and full. Like Tuesday and Thursday, I am in basketball. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, they introduce sitting volleyball. I am there. So the whole week has gone. Right. So I need to create another week, because I need to create other days, because now powerlifting is also coming in sitting volleyball. And I need also powerlifting. Okay. So I'm living, have you ever been desperate that you need to grab everything? This is how I was grabbing everything in sports. Like, I just need to test everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I know it was it was not something that everyone will do for a career. Yeah. But now you are in that desperation. You need just to get out there and
get
do something.
House,
I'm not someone who likes sitting and just waiting for things to happen. That's from childhood. I always like to start something and let it go. I want to see it grow. So I was venturing in everything. Whether it's successful or not, I am there. Whether I'm traveling or I'm not traveling, I'm there. Yes. Since 2008 till 2012. 2008, since I joined all these sports. Basket 2008, I think 2009 I joined sitting volleyball, then powerlifting the same year, the same year, and then now I'm training all this, and you're going nowhere. It's only you are sacrificing. You're asking for money everywhere. You're like, help me just to. And I thank my church also. Sometimes they used to give me even that fare in another way, but they don't know that this is the fare that I need to go for these trainings. But they did it. So I trained till 2012. 2012, there's something that Kenya National Paralympic, now the body. We are affiliated as a federation of Kenya Wheelchair Tennis. We are affiliated to Kenya National Paralympic, the body of persons with disabilities. Okay. So that's the umbrella body. So they came up and my name was mentioned. That now we need an athlete. Now you see, now let me take you where now the breakthrough came. Now I'm starting to travel. Yes. After prayers, now with the tithe, just get to 110 bob nyamungu to 220 bob nyamungu. You believe to God, you'll open. You say, try me. I'm not confusing me. I'm just being obedient, but I need you just got to open it.
Open that flag.
Then through 2012, I was elected. Not just even elected. Okay. To be sitting volleyball federation secretary. Running all the 47 counties as a Secretary General for Sitting Volleyball Federation. Now it was an election, and I thank God I was elected in the 47 counties. So I started the journey of being a leader and being an athlete. So much I was on leadership than athlete. So because I don't have that time now, I'm focusing on, I want to equip my leadership skills, and also I want to train. But again, there's another voice that used to tell me, just train, train. And then now as a federation, you work a lot, you travel a lot within the country, and you travel also outside the country. Now to me, like Jane, I've never even the only vehicle I'm using is the one taking me from home to bus station. The only way, a place I knew is from here to bus station, number 12C. That I will always pay 50 bob. If it's 30, I will pay and go for the training. Never did I know in my entire life that I can even have something called passport. The only thing I need is ID.
Wow.
Ruth. So 2012, after being elected, like September, I'm being told, Jane, you are taking a team of 28 athletes to Rwanda. My first travel, as in your psyche, I'm taking what? To Rwanda. Wow. I started traveling to Rwanda. I took the team, Agitos Foundation. It's an organization that supports, it's in Germany. It supports sports people with the funds to empower themselves. So I was there for training. I went to Rwanda. And I couldn't believe it. I didn't believe it. And let me tell you something that the enemy even doesn't want. During that breakthrough, that's my first trip. I went to Rwanda with my bag, with my Bible and everything. I carried it.
Yeah.
It was all stolen.
What?
It was all stolen. I only remained with the Bible. What? Which again, I came back and I just sat, all the camera, phone, bag, everything. I was only Bible that I found left there. But I didn't take it. Okay, but as a human being, you will feel bad, obviously. Those are material things.
Yes. Yeah.
The voice just came and just told me, Jane, this is your first trip, and you're so excited. I just don't want you to forget where you've come from.
Yes.
This is the word.
Wow.
I just took that Bible and I just says, I was traveling and I'm like, okay, God, it is gone. Those are bags that I will get the same one day. I'll get the best one, I'll get everything. Just thank you for giving me my word and the Bible. Yeah. And he just said, just trust me and know where you've come from. Those words I still remember Pakasai. Because maybe if those bags, I get what I could have forgotten God. It's easy.
You don't become so excited.
It is easy, yes. It is easy to forget God when you're in sports. So I came back and I just told God, okay, the money, it was lost, everything. And I'm like, okay, God, I have you now. Yes. You want just to teach me to have you. This is your word. Thank you. I just thank him. And then we came back. We were like there for a week plus. And then we came back. Coming back, again, I'm told that now that is 20. Now the journey started for travel. 2012 from now there. Wow. Now it is sitting volleyball. I've taken guys. Now this is athlete. Everything I'm taking them. That's huge. Now coming back, I need to take a team to Morocco. Again, I'm like, okay. What? Chief Dimashon. So I'm like, is this Jane? And then I'm like, okay, God, this is you. Let's just enjoy the moment. Yes. Let's just enjoy it and just teach me your word. Yes. But by this time, I'm still just growing stronger with the Lord. Yeah. I don't want anything with the Lord to go like I'm leaving him behind. If he's not going, I'm not going. Then the team we went, and then we Olympic qualifiers. Yes. I went to Morocco. The same year, 2014. I played first. Let me tell you before I come there. Okay. Now, how I came to wheelchair tennis. Wheelchair tennis. Yes. Now through all these games I'm playing, now with I want to specialize in, I just sat and told God, I knelt down. I told God, now God, I've tried all the sports, adaptive sports. Now I need you to just let me know which sports will you specialize in as your child, where in this sports, your glory shall be seen. I don't want you to be confused in every area. Wow. Just show me. Wow. Then through this prayer, we were sitting like now we are here. Then now currently, Secretary General of Kenya National Paralympic, he came and just said, okay, where we are training, there's this game that is starting. That is 2012 again, the same year. Yeah. Then he said, we are going to Kenyatta University on Saturday. Yeah. Whoever wants to come, you see how open it was. Yes, whoever wants to come, please come. Little did I know this is a selection for national team for a game that no one has ever played in this soil, Kenyan soil. Wow. Okay. So I came back and I just prayed over it and I said, Saturday is a family show. Chores, but they just have to understand. Just tell God go before me. Just tell them, just touch them and allow me to live. Yeah. So we went to Kenyatta University. We sat on a wheelchair. Now the advantage is when you are on a basketball, now at least you have the skills for wheeling, movement, everything. But now the issue came where now we don't know what racket is. You don't know the rules. Yeah. You've never played this sport. Yeah. So you're being told to sit on that chair and do something without even any explanation. And this is a trial for national team. They just need to choose best 4 ama 3. And you are not being told. Yeah. So it's me now na kiherehere. I just went there and you pick, you just enter, you hit ball wherever it is, it will go. That's none of your problem because you don't know anything. Exactly. You don't even know how to serve or the rules. So to cut the story short, I went, I did it, I was number 3. Wow. Number 3. Then after all this, they sat down and they say, you see what? This is a game and it's a national selection that we are doing. So from here is when we were going to the camp at Kenya School of Military Studies, where you will be taught about this game and there are teams coming that you compete with. And I'm we will compete
Serious.
with. This is serious.
Yeah.
Now we start, and then again opportunity came. I went to Rwanda again
Wow.
for another competition. Coming back, they told me, now you're not in the team because you traveled. So the opportunity has been taken. And I just came back and I told God, I want you to give me a heart where if something is not mine, just let me release it without complaining.
Yeah.
Then I just told God, it is done. If it's not mine, I will not play wheelchair tennis. Then I came home, obviously you'll be sad, like I wanted to know this, I needed something, God, I want to specialize.
Yeah.
And I told God, if this sport is mine, it will come back to me. Even before I finished, I received a phone call.
Wow.
Jane, the number one who was in the wheelchair, she's pregnant. I need you back. That's how I joined wheelchair tennis.
Wow.
So from that journey, wheelchair tennis.
Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the journey with Jane Ndenga. Please wait for part 2 next week as we continue walking with her behind the journey. As you see her now as a sportswoman, where it all started and where the Lord is taking her next. So be blessed and wait for next week. Bye.